Toy Story 5. Another franchise that some people are iffy on and stuff like that, mainly because of the way Toy Story 4 ended. I'm kind of interested just for this plot point because I want to see how they handle it, if it's actually going to be profound and interesting, or it's going to be the most basic, cliched, or I like my iPad. I don't want to play with no Woody. I hope it's deeper than that and it actually is compelling. Well, Tim Allen, who you know is voicing Buzz Lightyear, he was recently doing an interview about Toy Story 5. He's been doing a lot. Anytime he can talk about Toy Story 5, he loves dropping in those little nuggets of wisdom. And well, he basically let it be known that the main character of Toy Story 5 is looking to be Jessie. Okay. That's also kind of puts into perspective because that's what the reason I was actually late to this live stream is I was doing a little TikTok on that news and posting it up there. If we go back to the little teaser trailer for Toy Story 5 that they put out there, you'll know really only three characters they were focusing on. Yes, they had the little green aliens, but it seems like they're always part of every little teaser, right? But on the actual Toy Story 5 thing, there was only three people there. I mean, there's a lot of toys, Potato Head, Rex, all this stuff, but they had Woody, Buzz, and Jessie there. I was like, okay, I just didn't think much of it. But now this makes sense. Of course, Woody and Buzz are going to be such a large part of Toy Story 5. And even Tim Allen in this interview does confirm that Tim Allen confirms Woody and Buzz will reunite. Duh, but that was one of the controversial things about Toy Story 4 is that the movie ended with separating the toys, going their separate ways, saying goodbye. I found it kind of bold and I didn't mind it. But some people were like, I don't like that. Toy Story 3 was so perfect, which it was. But now, and that was another thing. I went to go look at the ending of Toy Story 4 because again, I was doing that little TikTok. And it feels like, oh shoot, they were setting it up that Jesse's kind of like taking over or going to be doing having a bigger role because obviously Woody and Buzz say goodbye here. They hug it out and whatnot. And then let me see here. Here it is. And this moment, which I thought was just symbolic because Woody's leaving now, he gives his sheriff badge over to Jesse, and the camera just kind of zooms in on Jesse. It's like, oh, this was maybe the plan from the beginning. Maybe they had this idea already in mind. Because I think a lot of the backlash was people thought that was the end of the franchise. I think if they had announced ahead of time, we're making Toy Story 4 and 5, and it's a two-part story. It's going to continue on. I think the ending of 4 would have got so much less backlash. Because now I'm seeing the little setups that they had there. Like, imagine thinking the series ends on 4 and they go their separate ways. That's like, okay, it's beautiful, it's different, but man, I want the family to be together, right? But now it looks like they were setting that up and having it there. The other thing on there that Tim Allen revealed, like I don't think I can find the exact quote, but he also says that the opening scene for Toy Story 5 is unbelievable and that it involves Buzz Lightyear. The last time something like that happened, in my opinion, was the opening for Toy Story 2, because that is one of my favorite openings as a kid, where it's basically the video game. This is what the Lightyear movie should have been, is an adventure fighting aliens and different Star Command. Like this whole scene, this should have been kind of like the movie of Lightyear, but that's neither here nor there right now. And so, unbelievable scene with Buzz Lightyear, a story that focuses on Jessie. We doing Toy Story 2 again. Because that's what happens in those movies. Jessie was a large focus in that movie. It opened up with having that cool Buzz Lightyear sequence. All right, you know what? I can manage with that. I think that'd be kind of cool. And Jessie has been kind of like a sideline character since 2. She didn't do much in 3, didn't do much in 4. Now she's going to have a much larger part. But I wonder what that'll be. What will that be? Is she not? Oh, no. L audio. What's happening? Is the mic? Oh, mic is cutting. Oh no, Lord Jesus. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Thank you guys. Thank you. How about now? Fine now. Okay, sorry. I think I must have been hitting it with there. Okay, anyways. Back to what I was saying though. If you remember in Toy Story 2, which was actually a very sad scene. I remember when somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. I listened to that and cry alone in the shower. And it was a great scene, just showing how some kids forget toys. Oh, dude, it just hit me. That's the connection. She has PTSD from that happening to her in Toy Story 2. Oh my goodness, we just cracked the code live on screen. I just had a Jimmy Neutron moment, brain blast. But again, if you remember this scene where she's like reminiscing back to her owner, how much she loved her, how everything great was, then she was forgotten underneath there and then eventually was put in a Goodwill box and given away as a donation, right? And that was heartbreaking to her and is one of the reasons she never wanted an owner again. Well, what's the story of Toy Story 5? A kid choosing something else over her and leaving her behind. Her PTSD gonna come back. She's gonna remember why she never wanted a kid in the first place because this kind of heartbreak is unbearable. That could be it. I think we just solved the code right there of how her involvement goes. Because I was like, I wonder what it could be, unless it's like her they're just strengthening her love story with Buzz Lightyear, because that also has been kind of sidelined. But then again, we also have the army of Buzz Lightyears, Army Buzz Lightyear. Let's see here. Army Buzz Light. Yeah, we're gonna have an army of evil red light Buzz Lightyears that are malfunctioning. Okay. So I don't know. I think that sounds cool.